Hi everyone! Welcome to another episode of Spilling the Tea with Susie, and tonight I am so excited, you guys! We finally get to chat with Charity. That sounds really cute. A chat with Charity. That's what I should have called it tonight. Instead of Spilling the Tea with Susie, it should have been a chat with Charity. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and let her in and ask her all of our burning questions. Hello, Charity!
Hello!
How are
Thank
you?
you for having me on. I'm just trying to share your story. Just
Yeah, I just did that
I'm like so organized, you know?
like a moment ago, so I'm sorry. I was really late tonight.
That's all good.
Yes. All right, so Charity. First things first, why don't you tell my viewers what date and time it is for you?
So today is the 12th of October and it is 9:46 a.m. So I'm in the future. It's great here.
How is the future?
Yeah, it's great. We haven't all died yet, so every day's a good day. And as Jetpack says, like, every day is a day closer to her interactive using the Mystery of the Seven Keys trademark.
Yes. This is how we need to live. This is exactly the mindset we need to have, is we're one day closer to Mystery of the Seven Keys. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, so how's your
Also, I just want
morning
to say hi to
going?
everyone in chat. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have so many friends in the chat. So first of all, you guys are so silly. I was just like giggling to myself as I'm starting the chat how everyone's saying which part in line they were. It was really cute. So let's see who's here. Hello, Morgan, Jessica, Kalina, Joanna, Lufizra, Casey, Jetpack, Charity's here. Oh my word. Ricky's here. Hi, Ricky. And Little Miss Drew. Hello. Oh my goodness. So many friends. Okay. So welcome.
Hi, guys.
Guys. Welcome. Brigella is here. Hello.
Hey,
Welcome
Brie.
in. So how is your morning going?
Yeah, the mad dash to get this all sorted, but the stress sweats and trying to get ready, and I'm so nervous. Like, I know it's gonna be fine, but like, I don't do this kind of thing very often, ever, so it's a bit unusual.
This is a really chill hangout. It's just friends chatting, and we're just here to have fun. Hi, Carter. Nice to see you. Oh my goodness.
Hey.
So before we jump into any questions.
Sarah, stop. Sorry.
What? I missed. Okay.
Anyway.
So, before we jump into any questions, I have something to say. And that is that I love the background that you have here. I love that I can see Kim Possible in the background. That's really, really wonderful.
Yes.
But also
I do have Kim Possible wall stickers. I've
my
got
gosh, there's more.
Draken and Ron and Rufus
so
as well.
Good. That's so good. Oh, I love that. But like, even more important is you have the glorious framed portrait of our main man.
Every morning I wake up and I look at him and it's a reminder to stay beautiful.
Oh my gosh. You guys. Incredible. Incredible. I just can't. I can't. So for those who are listening to this as a podcast and not watching it live, it's a framed photo of Rick Arlen. So, oh my word, so good. Okay, let's jump into some questions. Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You better be. Everybody wanted to know the same things about you. It was really funny.
Oh.
I was like, oh, there's that question again. Oh, there's that question again. Everyone had the same question.
I feel like there's a good chance that people don't really know me that well, because I don't really put out that much content, and it's basically just me shouting into the void of my Instagram stories at this point.
But like that's the
so
point
I'm
of
not
the
really
show.
that surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the point of the show, is to get to know everyone in the Clue Crew better. So
Yes, and I apologize in advance. My real life friends describe me as cagey at best, and none of my answers are probably going to make any sense. And you're not alone. Everyone's that way. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure you'll be fine. But if nothing makes sense, I'll just be like, all right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
We'll hope the next one makes sense. No, you'll be great. So, okay, your first question that I received was, how does it feel to have single-handedly restored hope for us with the discovery of the trademark?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit of a power trip for about a year and a half then. Yeah, and it's really nice to like be the expert in something, like trademark law, and people message me all the time asking me questions, and I love answering the questions, and I just love talking about it, and kind of like I don't know, like, because we didn't hear anything at all from Her Interactive up until the trademark filing, which, by the way, celebrates its 2-year anniversary of being filed tomorrow / on the 12th, whenever the 12th is for you. So
yeah,
it's been almost 2 years since I found it, and yeah, like, it's just been so crazy since then, because like I didn't think that I was ever going to do something like that, that's for sure.
I know.
And like,
that's
yeah, like
you've been written into history now.
Very generous, but thank you.
You've been written into Clue Crew history. It's in the Clue Crew history books. I declare it.
Thank you.
But it's so crazy because, like, after you discovered that, stuff started happening. And most of us didn't really notice it. I mean, I don't know about, like, all of us, like, as a Clue Crew. I was definitely noticing, like, backgrounds of photos that they were posting. I was like, that really looks like it could be from the new game, you know? But, like we didn't notice, like, the actual, like, little clues that they were giving us. And only now do we see that, like, that kind of was the start of them showing us what this new game is. And if you go back, like, that's when it started. It was like, oh, all of a sudden we're getting coffee stuff all the time, and we're getting, like, bits of maps, and it was so crazy. But, like, that really was, and you kind of discovered that whole thing, and, like, it was really cool.
Yeah. And I can't wait till, more stuff comes to light, we get the game and stuff, and then we can look back again and like see all the little hints that they've dropped that we aren't able to pick up on yet. Just like when they dropped that newspaper image and it had the trademark filing number on it. Like we didn't find that for ages. And by we, I mean Jetpack. Pro Sleuth Jetpack. Yeah, incredible work. And yeah, I just can't wait till we get more bits and pieces, because I love like going back through old Her Interactive stuff, like 2015 and before, and looking at all the little hints that they dropped that, we would never pick up on. But once you get the game, obviously you understand it.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when they did that newspaper thing, I was like, oh, it said, it was like there was something that said 4-1, it was like 4 cents or something like that. I forget what it was. And I was like, 4 what, April 1st? What? And then like that stuff happened. I was, oh. That's what I meant.
Oh.
And I knew it meant something. Oh my goodness. I know. How crazy was that time period?
Yeah. So crazy.
So crazy. That is like I talk about it with everyone who comes on this show. I love getting everyone's like opinions on how it all went down, and like everyone's where were you when this happened, Where were you when it happened, Charity?
I was on a trip. I was down in Sydney, or just south of Sydney. It wasn't for great happy reasons, unfortunately.
No.
So on the Sunday morning, I woke up and, you know, Instagram was exploding and everyone was freaking out, and I was like, what's going on? And so to go from like this not great time period that I was in, and then to just like extreme high, and then like back and forth, like since then, it like for like 3 months my life was just like insane ups and downs, like you wouldn't even believe it. And yeah, like Clue Crew like was a big part of the ups of that, and I cannot be more thankful. And yeah, just insane. So when it was April 2nd that I found out, because of time zones, so I found out, had about an hour to get my thoughts out. So I made like a little dumb Instagram video on like, oh my gosh, it could be this, because it was the whole like you've been hacked kind of thing. I had an hour to get that done, and then I had to drive to the airport and then get on a plane, like go through security, like bag check, the whole thing. And then Hugh was doing his live stream, and so I got to be on that. I'm sitting in like the airport, like the gate of where the plane is, and I'm like on this random like YouTube interview thing, like, talking about my 2 cents on the trademark, and my parents are over there, and they're like, oh, should we go get food? And I'm like high stress mode. I'm like, I need to be somewhere and sit down, like
oh my word.
I was freaking out. Yeah, it was insane. Very, very big day.
Love it. Oh my gosh, that is so great. Oh, my husband is here, and he is trying to coach me with my audio. Apparently my audio is too low and yours is too loud. John, does this sound better?
Oh, sorry.
No. No, don't touch anything, don't worry. You're good. This is a bug I've been chasing for a very long time. All right, so
not easy, I'm sure.
Your next question is completely unrelated, and it is, what are the top places that you want to travel to?
Like in general or Nancy Drew themed?
I think in general. They didn't specify.
Okay. Well, I would like. Oh, this one's like kind of Nancy Drew themed. My friend and I were kind of contemplating this already, which is why it's at the forefront of my mind. We want to go to Queenstown in New Zealand. Oh yeah. Because that's where Shattered Medallion is set.
That's right.
And so you can go kayaking on Doubtful Sound. You can go to like the mines at Cromwell. Like you can do a whole bunch of stuff. And my friend has family over there, so like easy place to stay. Like why wouldn't you?
That's amazing.
And yeah, I think that'll be really fun whenever that happens.
So cool.
Probably not for another year or so.
Like a video of like all the all the game stuff that you do.
Oh, 100%.
I love
And luckily
that.
my friend is more than happy to be dragged along to all of my shenanigans. So I appreciate that.
That's what we love to hear.
Otherwise, I'd love to go to Italy. I think that'd be cool. My interest in the Czech Republic grows greater and greater every day.
Right?
Yeah, right?
As with all of us.
Yeah. I don't know, like, other places, Seattle, and like, I say this not as like just a Her Interactive fan, like I'm literally wearing a shirt that says Seattle Rock and Roll on it, but I really like to go to Seattle. Yeah. I think it looks like a really cool place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, places.
Yeah, fun, very fun. Then the next question is, how likely is it that you'll come to the US to meet the Clue Crew someday?
Very, very likely. Provided that Her Interactive doesn't drop Mystery of the Seven Keys by the end of this year, I'm planning on making a US trip for when it releases. So if we do something, I will be there.
Yes! That is
because
awesome.
My sister, I have 3 sisters, and one of them, the one that I play Nancy Drew with, is currently living in Texas for about a year. Yeah, so we always play the new games together, and she's not going to make it back, so I may as well make it over.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, yeah, that's funny. That's like really similar to me and my sister always play the games together, like when they come out, you know, and she actually just moved many states away. So I don't know if like when it comes out, I don't know how it's gonna work. But hopefully we'll be able to get together and like play it, you know, like we've always made it work, and
Yeah.
it would be cool if it came out around Christmas and then we could do it then, but you know,
Yeah.
not feeling like that's gonna happen.
Look, it's only just the start of October, really. Do you think that, like, I guess, like, 2 months is... I feel like 2 months is reasonable for, like, release date and pre-order.
I don't think so.
I don't know. We can dream.
We can dream. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I would love for everybody to pull up this clip and post it everywhere and be like, haha, you were wrong. I would love that, because that would mean that I was wrong. But I don't think that it's possible at this point. I feel like we're too far into the year for like a December release date. I feel like at this point it's going to be like March.
Yeah.
And
I think it's going to be around March as well, to be honest.
Like, and that's great. And honestly, I was telling some people in that group chat on Instagram that I don't really expect anything until like maybe even like the following year, because then I will be so pleased if it comes out in 2025.
Yeah.
Or in 2024 rather, sorry.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to
No,
parade.
I'm like way in the future, my gosh. My goodness, no. Can you imagine?
Her Interactive, if you're out there, I don't want to wait another year, preferably.
No, they're here. I know they're here.
Yeah.
You guys, I see.
Yeah, I saw Regella.
Yeah, I know you're here. I know you're listening. But they don't know either, so like...
Yeah.
Casey says it should release April 1st just to come full circle.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. I think that a year of marketing makes sense.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. And honestly, they're doing better than some other game companies and how they do it, so... Everything, honestly, everything you guys do is perfect. I love you guys. So, next question is something that everyone wanted to know. Everyone wanted to know what instruments you play and which do you hope to learn in the future.
Okay, so my main instrument, if you hadn't guessed, is piano.
Yeah.
I know, it's pretty shocking. No one's ever seen me play that one before.
I had no idea.
And so an extension of that, I play the guitar, like the 80s synth kind of deal. I have one of those, which is
so
really
cool.
fun to play. I played alto saxophone in high school, and I have a clarinet that I don't know how to play, but I have it, and it's an old jazz clarinet, which is really cool.
That's cool.
And I have a banjo that I can't play, and I have a couple of ukuleles that I can't play.
Hey!
So those are the instruments that I would love to learn: clarinet, ukulele, banjo, not necessarily in that order. I did also have a brief stint in a kazoo band. There were 3 of us. It was excellent.
That is
Don't know if we'll ever get back together, but yeah. Instruments that I'd like to learn, obviously banjo, clarinet, harp. I always think that harp looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Cello. I feel like cello is a basic answer, but like it's cello.
I could see you playing the cello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Mina can hang out and play our cellos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty much it.
That's
I also
awesome.
have like bits and bobs, like percussion things that I own and
Yeah.
glockenspiels and stuff. So
Yeah.
but
You have that video of like the kalimba.
yeah,
Yeah. That's cool.
I have like a tongue drum as well. Got my vibra slap right here.
That counts.
Sorry, that was probably really loud. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh my word, that was
warning.
so great. So great. I love that. Well, I could teach you a thing or two about the ukulele when you come to America.
Yes, please do.
Could start a little ukulele band.
Ooh, Ricky used to play bassoon. That's so cool.
Wow. Cello is a good one to like want to play. I love the cello. I play nothing. I mean, I played the ukulele, but like
Yeah.
I know how, but I almost never play. So, but
Yeah.
like cello, I just love to hear it, and I love to like cheer people on. I'm like, yes, play the cello. That is such a great instrument. So I love that.
Just Kalina just is saying something about trademarks in chat. It's interesting that Her Interactive filed for a title trademark that would expire in 6 months and then not do anything with it for years. So, not to explain trademark law to everyone, but
Please do.
So from the day that they were granted use of the trademark, which was, I don't know, like a year ago maybe now? Anyway, so they have up to 3 years that they can extend it for. So it's not like they only had the 6 months to use it. They can keep extending it, but it's the 3 years that really is when it would expire.
Yeah. So it would expire next year then.
I think it would expire the year after. I was meant to like have materials prepared and like get all my dates right, but I just didn't get around to it.
So fine. It's so fine. Oh my goodness. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
if you have more questions, send me a DM.
There you go. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So what is your background in trademark law? Like, how did you learn about this? What is your interest in this? Just like give us a little story time.
So, basically sometime like mid 2021, I was a bit fed up with Her Interactive. And so I kind of decided that if they weren't going to give me a mystery, then I was going to make my own mystery out of their company. And so basically I just like started digging into their business like a lot. And I found the trademarks, I think it was in like August. And yeah, then I just kind of was like laughing about it with friends. I was like, oh, what's a dog digs? What's detectives? That's so funny. And yeah, I just didn't check back on in on them for like 3 weeks at one point because like half of the trademarks were dead. It wasn't something I was really looking out for. And then I found the trademark listing for Mystery of the Seven Keys. And that's when I kind of started my research spiral and learned everything about trademark law because like I'm not a big fan of misinformation being out there.
Yeah.
And I knew that this was going to be a topic that there was going to be a lot of misinformation about. So I figured if we could like kind of point to something, or at least if I could be like a bearer of information to everyone else, like I was going to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Basically just learned because I had to and just explained it. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love that. Well, we are going to take a quick break from questions because several minutes ago,
FMK.
and I've been putting it off, several minutes ago, somebody redeemed FMK. So
Excellent.
This seems like a good stopping point for some FMK. So I have 3 wheels. I'm sure you're familiar because I've been doing this for months now. Which wheel would you like?
Okay, so I'm thinking we start off with everyone and then we switch to just the men.
Sure.
Like later. Because, you know, obviously we're doing multiple rounds of this, so...
Oh, we will be doing multiple rounds of this. All right, perfect. So you're already on the one with everyone. So let's go ahead and see who your first person is. Are you excited? I love this game.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Hopefully I get some good people.
So your first person is Judge Danforth.
No!
It's a good one.
As long as I get 2 more good people, we're good.
Good luck with that. Oh, yeah, Frank Hardy. Okay. Lucky draw.
Pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, seriously. And finally, it's gonna be a bad one. Okay, Mariazi. You know what? This actually is not the worst one.
Yeah, really not the worst. Pretty easy, in fact. I'm fighting Judge Danforth because he's an idiot. Marrying Frank Hardy because obviously. And then I'll, kiss Mary because, why not?
Yeah, she's pretty great.
Pretty inoffensive. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like everyone, I'm gonna get just like a whole chat of I'm marrying Frank, I'm marrying Frank, marrying Frank.
Oh, yeah. It's the reasonable answer.
It's the right answer. Anybody who says otherwise is wrong. Yeah. Yep. So easy. Yep. I know. I'm telling you. That was a good one, you guys.
Whew.
All right, so next question is, what was your first Nancy Drew game?
Okay, so my first ever game that I played was the final scene, and then the first game that I ever finished was Message in Haunted Mansion.
Okay, those are some good ones.
I came in, right?
Yeah.
Really good ones. So I came in 2004-ish. I was 6 years old, and yeah, I remember waiting for Blackmore Manor to come out. So
yeah,
good times.
Oh my gosh! Wait a second. Hold on. Let me do math.
Mm-hmm.
You're 2 years younger than me.
Yes.
You're 25.
Yeah.
Okay. I was also 6 years old when I was introduced to the games, but obviously that was 2002. So.
Mm-hmm. So what were your first games again? I know I've had this 12 times, but
No, you're fine. Trosmerol Tower was my first game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 6 years old, and that was at Christmas, so the next game that I played was probably... I actually want to say Message in Haunted Mansion was my next game. And then probably the final scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
They're such good
great.
games. I love the older games so much.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good. I just get, so much serotonin from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Nerdy 30 Club. Yes, Jetpack. Love it. Oh, my word. Oh, okay, we have FMK redeemed again.
Mm-hmm.
So,
let's go.
Here we go. Do you want the same wheel?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. You just let me know. I'll just do the same wheel until you let me know you're ready to change. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right, so Alec fell. You're getting the good ones tonight. I love Alec. It's hard to see these. Dexter Egan.
Okay.
We stand Dexter Egan in this house.
We do, but he's a little bit older than I would typically go for.
It's fine. And Carl.
Okay, this is probably going to be controversial.
Okay.
I'll fight Carl. I'll marry Dexter, because when he dies, I get the castle, or at least half the castle. And then I'll kiss Alec.
Oh my word! But literally though, because Dexter's literally so freaking great.
Yeah.
I love that. You're in that club.
I love that library.
Oh.
That library. Take me there.
That whole place is amazing.
The secret garden. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I would do anything for a secret garden.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would marry an old man for a secret garden.
It's the price you have to pay.
I know, right? Although Alec is really tempting. I like Alec.
He's a bit cute.
He's pretty cute. Yeah. Okay. What was your next question? Do you have any upcoming projects that you would like to tell us about?
No. I'm working on stuff, but it's a little too early to really say anything.
That's fine.
I'm very much in a research and archival kind of phase at the moment. I'm working on things every single day.
Good.
There's just nothing really that I can show because one, I look like a crazy person with the stuff that I'm doing, and two, I don't know, people just probably won't get. They'll be like, why are you even looking at that? But then people would be like, why are you looking at trademark listings? So I don't know.
It's fine. It's totally fine. You do you, and we will be very interested when you're done.
Yeah. One day I'll get things out.
Yeah. I have to stop because there are some really odd things happening in the chat right now.
Oh.
Okay, so the person who wants to the person who wants to marry Carl, I have concerns for you. Word.
Who's that?
Heiress to the Chocolate Milk Empire. Oh my gosh. Jessica really she wants to fight Alec, kiss Dexter, and marry Carl. And I have concerns.
Look, Jessica, you do you, but I'm also concerned.
I have concerns. Oh, you changed your mind? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. You can marry whoever you want.
To be fair, if you marry Carl, you get that castle. And a board game empire.
That's a good point, but he doesn't own the castle, he just works there.
True.
Yeah, because, like,
you get to
Marcus
live in the castle.
Owns the castle.
True.
And I would marry the heck out of Marcus.
Oh, yeah.
Give me an FMK with Marcus.
And even if you have to get divorced, like, how much of the fortune are you getting?
I know, right? Like, this man doesn't even know how to
get
count
the castle in the divorce.
Yeah. This man doesn't know how many houses he has.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he won't notice one missing. Like,
okay. Sorry. Anyway, moving on.
We think about things so practically.
So what is something surprising about where you live that most people don't know?
Well, in case you don't hear me talk about this every single second of every single day, I live in the city where they filmed H2O Just Add Water.
Oh.
Like the Mermaid Show.
Flex.
I know. Like, literally, I leave my house, I'm like, oh yeah, they filmed that episode over here. Like,
that's
all the
incredible.
time. Yeah. I don't know, like, I live on the Gold Coast in Australia, if anyone's not up to date with that.
Yeah.
I don't, because I've lived here my whole life, so I just anticipate that, like, things are the way that they are, and like, I don't know, there's a lot of differences between Australia and the US.
Yeah.
Which, if you got any questions about salad sandwiches, that's what that's about.
Listen,
I know that Tori was threatening to...
I received some questions.
Yes. If you want to get into that later, we can. But... Yes, that's right. Oh no, Cleo, the condensation. There's a little bit of condensation on my energy drink, but like, not a whole lot.
Oh my
Kalina.
Oh my word. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what else. I see kangaroos everywhere and snakes every now and then. I don't know.
Oh my god. So I asked. You've talked to my husband before.
Yes, I have. I'm surprised that his questions weren't the first ones.
So he didn't actually submit any, thank God. He was around last night when I was writing down all the questions, and I was like, do you have any questions for Charity? And he's like, I want to know about kangaroos. And I was like, she's literally personally told you about kangaroos. And he was like, oh, then fine, I'm done.
I thought it was going to be like, is the blood rushing to your head?
Listen.
Because he also asked me that one a few times, and I've been like, huh? Because, like, it's not something I think about, obviously.
Of course not. But... because you'd probably think the same thing about us.
I did feel a little bit lightheaded when I came to America, so...
Really?
I'm sure it wasn't the jet lag and lack of sleep.
It was that you were upside down.
Yeah.
Oh my word. No. I did get some funny questions about your location. That was really hilarious.
Fire it well.
In fact, there was one. Hold on. Where was that one? Oh, yes. Here you go. This is from one of my very best friends, Hugh Miller. He wants to
bestie.
know, what's it like to be upside down and backwards all the time?
Backwards?
His words. I don't know.
I think he needs his head checked, TBH.
You know, I think he needs his head checked for a lot more reasons than just this.
Nice little trip to the doctor. Off you go.
Off you go, Hugh. Shoo. So,
look, being upside down is great, and more people should do it. That's all I have to say.
There you go. But people want to know how your new job is going.
Oh, my new job's going really well, actually. Yeah. So, I didn't really like disclose where I worked previously because like, you know, like whatever.
You don't have to.
Like internet safety.
Yeah.
But now I just like don't really care at this point. Like I won't tell you exactly like the location and where I'll be like Monday to Friday from this time to this time. But I used to work for 9.5 years. I worked for Gold Coast Libraries. And so 8.5 of that also was in branch, just your everyday library kind of stuff. Yeah. And then I worked in the marketing team and events team for about 8 months. So yeah, that was really good in a lot of aspects. Not great in some aspects. There's a reason I left.
Yeah.
And now I work in a different sector of council. And yeah, my team over there is really good, and the work is pretty good, and yeah, loving it.
I love that.
Been there for about 2 months now, so yeah.
Oh, congrats. I'm so glad for you.
Yeah, thanks.
So, yeah. Lou wants to know about all the crazy animals that exist in your country and how they can sneak into your house, like snakes and giant spiders.
Okay, so I used to be all like, oh, it's fine, like nothing even happened. About a year ago, I was laying in bed, like home alone that night. Like I live with my parents, it's whatever. Laying in bed, it's like 11 o'clock. I get out of bed, like go to get something from a different room. I come back, and above my bed, right there is a spider the size of my hand above my bed. And not my favorite day of the year. Luckily, I keep bug spray literally within arm's reach at all points. So it went down pretty easy. But I think about that spider literally every day. And it wasn't like a venomous toxic spider or anything. Like it was just big and ugly. Apart from that, yeah. Believe me, I'm looking for a house.
I could not. Listen, there was one time in my life that when I was living with my parents, there was a spider that was just like this big, okay? And it was on my pillow. And I didn't know what to do. I just moved out. I'm not kidding. I just got what I needed and I left. So, like, I could not.
Yeah. Most people, this is kind of in answer to the It's Live restaurant as well. Most people have bug spray in their house over here, and like I buy the expensive one, and it takes down spiders really easily. But like one of my brothers-in-law, he lived his whole life in Texas until he came over here, just like on holiday, fell in love with my sister, and then moved over permanently. And he had to kill a spider once. It was probably only about yay big, which like not small, but
only that big,
you know, in terms of hand sized. He was like, no, I don't need the bug spray. I'll just use the broom. And so he goes to hit it with the broom, and he didn't know that spiders can jump here. And so it jumped over the broom and started running at him.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow, so that was a great conversation. Anyway, so your next question.
Yeah. Enjoy the nightmares.
Oh my god.
Yeah, poor guy.
Wow. So, I'm not kidding. So your next question is, what are your thoughts on Game 34?
Look, at this point, I'm excited. I'm excited for Game 34. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be a nice departure from Midnight in Salem. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's going to be the same as the older games. Like, nothing's ever going to be the same as the old games, and that's just how life is.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've got a lot of faith in her interactive at the moment. You know, just talking to, you know, the 3 or 4 of them that are online with us every now and then.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm feeling very optimistic.
Good. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It has not always been easy to be optimistic about this, but
no,
you know,
I remember this time that it was earlier this year. I don't remember when. It was before April, obviously. Mm-hmm. I was having a chat with my sister, and she was like, I wonder how much it would be to like hire a private investigator just to like find out what's going on over there.
Mm.
Oh my word.
Well, I'm not cheap.
So, Maggie redeemed FMK. So here we go. I love that I used to, like, do FMK at the bottom of every page of questions, and now people are impatient and they just, like, are like, no, it's time again, let's go.
Let's go.
Your first person is Ethel Bossany.
Oh, again, lives in a castle. What, does she live there? We'll really find out.
I feel like she lives there.
Yeah.
Oh, Heather McKay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Lives in a windmill. She doesn't live there. Lives in a windmill.
You just want a great castle. That's all you want.
Is it too much to ask?
Oh, Hilda Swinson.
Ooh. Marry Hilda. 100%.
Yes.
Going crazy and moving to the other side of the channel, like, that's me in 30 years.
That's so good.
Yeah, and then, sorry, it was Ethel and
Heather.
Okay. I'll fight Ethel, but only because I feel like Heather has had enough. Like, she doesn't need another fight.
I feel like Heather could, like, take you down.
That too.
Yeah.
But, like, so could Ethel. Like, you just know that she's, like, packing a wild punch.
Ethel
like,
would
King
probably
hit,
poison your soup or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one would ever catch her.
Yeah. Oh my word. I think that's pretty much the general consensus.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few Ethel and Heathers that are swapped.
Yeah.
Refizer says, wanted to live in a castle as a kid, but as an adult, a castle is terrifying. Think of all the ghosts and how hard it is to clean the place.
Very true. Very true.
True.
But you get a cool library, and I think I would do it for that.
But you know what? I live in a house and I have a library, so...
True.
Yeah, that was when we 3 years ago, when my husband and I were looking for a house, we walked into this one. We had, like, seen, like, 20 houses, you know? We walked into this one, and I saw this library room, and I was like, oh. This is,
Add to
this
cart.
is the one. Literally. Oh my gosh. I always wanted the library. I always wanted, like the rolling staircase type library, and this one isn't quite that big, but I at least have a library.
But
so.
you can dream. Yeah.
That's like something to aspire to in the future. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So, do you have a favorite Nancy Drew character?
Ooh. Probably should have prepared for this one. I like Elliot Chen. I think he's really cool.
Love him.
I'm a little bit of a carousel enthusiast. If you hadn't noticed from the many carousel items, there's like another one up there. I got a couple of books. You know, it's a whole personality trait.
Yeah.
So Elliot Chen, you know, he's got the whole carousel horse thing going on. I like Sunny. Sunny's really cool.
My guy.
Yeah, my guy.
I know, right?
I'm so glad that, like, you're a Sunny stan as well, because, like, the people who don't get it, and the people who do get it really do get it.
Yes.
So, like, yeah.
Listen, I've been getting
all the people who don't get it, I'm so sorry.
Early on. Yeah, so I tell everybody, every time it comes up, I'm like, do you know my fan theory? And everyone's like, yes, we know your fan theory. But I'm like, but I knew that he was going to be so hot. I knew it. Right?
Like, look, don't get me wrong. I have my problems with the Shattered Medallion, but I really like how they did Sunny for the most part.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like, sorry, I'm just looking at my games. Yeah, like, just like, not that many complaints, really, when it comes to the Shattered Medallion. I do have complaints when it comes to Ransom of the Seven Ships. That's my least favorite Sunny game. I think that his characterization in that is all off, but that's neither here nor there.
You know what? There's a lot wrong with that game, and we don't really need to go
there really
into
is.
that.
Sunny's like pretty far down the list of problems.
I know. Like, he's the least of my worries about that game. Oh my word. Yes, Sunny is fab, you guys. Sunny is
Yeah, I don't have it with me here, but Sarah, you know her as her inactivity on Instagram. She drew me a Christmas card last year, and it had Sunny on the front, and he was like wearing a little Santa hat, very cute, and I treasure that thing. Yeah,
I love
but
that.
I moved it to a different room because it has both of our addresses on it.
No worries, no worries.
Didn't
I
redox
love
myself.
that. I love her. She posted that meme the other day of Dexter Egan. And I sent it to I got a nice little kick out of it. I sent it to my sister and she was like rolling.
Yeah.
I was like, this person is brilliant.
Sarah is the greatest. Like so much fun to hang out with, and like her memes are just top tier, and like
Literally,
love you, girl.
Literally love her. Literally love her. All right, so favorite Nancy Drew castle?
Ooh, shoot. There's a lot of really good ones.
I know. This is a hard question.
Look, I like Blackmore Manor because all of the secret passageways and like the family secrets. Like I'm all about it. The crazy staircase, love it.
Bling Boubois.
But also like Treasure in the Royal Tower is really good. And I'm really excited to see the castle in Mystery of the Seven Keys.
Yes.
Of course. Like I'm excited to see everything about Mystery of the Seven Keys.
Yeah.
What other castles do we have? I've got Captive Curse, which I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Castle Malloy, I guess, is pretty cool, but like kind of falling to pieces.
Kind of broken.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. We'll say Blackmore.
There you go. That's a good one.
With Royal Tower, like Wickford Castle coming in a very close second.
Yeah. I'd have to choose Wickford. It's a good one. Alright, so if you could rewrite the score to any movie of any genre, which movie and how would you do it?
Ooh, I have no idea. A lot of the movies that I watch are like fun teen comedy type of movies, so they don't have the same kind of score that like, you know, an epic like Lord of the Rings or etc. would have.
I'm with you there.
And like I'm trying to think of like a movie that I like enough but hate the soundtrack of. And like I just can't think of any.
I don't think I'm musical enough to answer this question. Like, this goes way over my head. I'm like, score.
I don't think I'm enough of a film nerd to answer the question.
I know. I watch movies like Princess Diaries.
Oh, love the soundtrack for that one. Oh my gosh.
Yes. You guys, picture this. Little tiny Sue, okay, with
baby.
both siblings. All right, you know Abigail, but I have another sibling you never see. The three of us with hairbrushes, okay, in front of the mirror, singing "Stupid Cupid." This was my childhood.
When I had that kazoo band that I mentioned earlier, I tried to get them on board, because there were three of us. Yeah. I tried to get them on board with doing a Stupid Cupid cover, and they just, like, didn't get it. And I was like, no! Because it would have been so good.
That would have been iconic.
Maybe one day. I'll bring them round.
Amazing. Please do. Please do. Oh, my word. Yeah, we have a lot of really big, like, musical people here. That's not a good way to word it. We have people who are incredibly musically talented here, and are very like Maggie says, how much I like something is tied to how much I like the music. Tori says, if it has bad music, why would I pay attention to it? Yeah, so it's a really hard question to answer. Princess Diaries soundtrack is top 5. Yes, it is.
It's so good.
I would love to hear the other 4. All right, what's the next question? I think it was from the same person. They wanted to know if you had a favorite score, soundtrack, or song from any movie, show, musical.
Ooh. Why has everything left my brain at the moment?
Because that's how it goes when you stream.
It really is. Favorite soundtrack from a movie or TV? I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna say it. High School Musical 2. Incredible.
The best one.
I'm a big High School Musical fan. That being said, I haven't seen High School Musical the musical series, but like,
you know what?
you get
Neither
it. That's
have
not
I.
canon. Yeah.
I wonder if it's worth it.
I know that they have like some of the previous like cast members that come up in it, but yeah,
I've been scared that they're gonna ruin the movies.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Brigella has just mentioned Sharkboy and Lava Girl. I'm gonna say Spy Kids has one of the best soundtracks.
Yeah.
I love Spy Kids. Love it.
Oh, High School Musical movie night? Yes.
Okay, I'm in.
Yes. Yes. Please. Yes, please. We're movie morning for Charity. Yes. I love that.
Whatever works.
Wait. What song is your favorite from High School Musical 2?
Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apua'a.
The best. Literally the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just brought that up to somebody the other day. Who was that? We were talking about something, and I was like, well, what about Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apua'a? And we were like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I see it get like so much, like it's gotten so much hate over the years. And they're like, I don't get it. Why is this here? If you don't get it, that's fine, but go over there. Like,
just leave
I don't
us
want to
alone.
hear about
We
it.
Get it.
If you don't get it, leave.
Oh my word, those are just such perfect movies. Especially the second one. The second one is perfect.
Yeah. Second and third, just so good.
So good. So freaking good.
Now, here's a question for the audience. If I had been in my high school's production of High School Musical, which I was, which character did I play?
Ooh. Put in the chat who you think Charity played.
And they did have a name. It wasn't like Basketball Player 1.
So you were one of the main characters.
You could say that.
Okay, so when you say you could say that, that means you were probably one of the side main characters.
I feel like it's a pretty easy answer. A little bit typecast.
Did you play... Well, I guess that answers the question. I was going to ask if you played the gender you are.
Yes, I did. Southern Sleepers got it. Go Morgan.
Kelsey, yep.
Pretty easy.
That is pretty spot on. Oh, I love that. Okay, so... replace a character in your favorite Nancy Drew game with a book on copyright law.
So I have two favorites. That's Blackmore Manor and Haunted Carousel.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna choose Blackmore Manor and I'm gonna replace Nigel. Easy. Swap in, swap out.
Did you see my last episode?
Yeah, with the pigeons.
Yeah.
So good.
Poor Nigel is just getting crapped on. Oh, love it.
I really like him, like, as a character. Like, I feel like he really fills a really good spot in the story. But, like, trademark law book, like, you know, you get it.
He's basically as interesting as a book on trademark law.
When I was born, I was very tiny.
Oh my word. So, when I drew my stickers of those characters, I would name each... Like, if I couldn't remember the person's name when I drew them, I would just, like, name them something silly and then move on with life. Because I just did not have the time. I was like, okay, I'm done, go.
Yeah.
For some reason, Nigel Mukherjee just, like, gone. And I was like, the most boring man alive, go. He'd be more
So
interesting as a book on trademark law. He would, for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. This absolutely chaotic question was brought to you by Jetpack of Gooba and Jetpack. Please subscribe to her. She's wonderful.
She's always got really good questions, and by really good, I mean quite chaotic.
Oh, yes. Always. The most chaotic questions always come from her, and I live for her questions. So which soundtrack from the Nancy Drew games doesn't feel like it fits the vibe?
Ooh.
I feel like there is a really obvious answer for me for this one, so I'm really curious what it is for everybody else.
Like, I want to hear your answer, but I don't know if I want to hear it before I answer.
I can't tell you before you answer because then it's going to be in your head.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna go with Ransom of the Seven Ships. Like, the soundtrack's really good, but it's not, like, Best is in Danger kind of good, you know? And I don't just want to, like, dunk on Midnight in Salem, but, like... So that's my answer.
Okay, so that's my answer, too.
Okay.
Ransom of the Seven Ships, while the soundtrack fits the vibe of, like, a beach vacation, it does not fit the vibe of my best friend is missing.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
I will also add Tomb of the Lost Queen. Because I don't like that soundtrack very much.
Really? Oh, I love that one.
I know. I know that Thomas Redgen could have done a lot better. Because he is an excellent composer.
Oh, I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm, like, always, like, stressed that, like, when I criticize something, like, the composer's gonna come out and be like, hey, why'd you say that to me? So, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I heard you talking about me.
Thomas, I love you. I'm sorry.
I feel like of the few people that actually stay to the end of watching these things, that he's not one of them. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, this has been a hot topic lately. Do you think that Bess and Ned should be together?
No.
Thank you.
I understand why people say that, but it's not for me.
It's
so,
not good.
Yeah, like Bess and Ned hanging out, that's kind of how I am with my brothers-in-law. Like, it's very much the same kind of conversation.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, that's, like, a very, like sibling kind of relationship. And given that, you know, Bess, George, Nancy, George, like, they all grew up together.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how I read it.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, the shipping, the Loch Ness Monster kind of thing, but, like, it's not for me.
Yeah, I am 100% with you. Yeah. What was our next question? Oh. This is my new favorite question that has been coming in as of, like, last week, and I love this, and I'm obsessed with it, and I want it to come in every single week. Okay, so, you're on a road trip with Mrs. Drake, Holt Scotto, and Marcus Boehm. Who gets the ox?
I'm gonna say Holt.
Ooh.
Because I love a good sea shanty.
Yes.
I feel like he'd put on some good stuff. Marcus can't be trusted. I feel like he's one of the guys that, like, gets the orcs and then switches the song every 30 seconds. He gives me that kind of vibe. Like, he's just too impatient. And, like, nothing against Ethel, but I feel like she'd be better on snacks.
There you go. Amazing. I love this question. Everybody keep this question coming. You
should do, like, FMK. What? You should do FMK, like, spin the wheel, but for the road trip.
I love that. This show is constantly evolving, and I love it. I love it. Okay.
It's so good.
Okay. But what would it be? It would be, like, who gets the ox, who has the snacks, and who's driving? I don't know, like, what?
Well, I'm driving.
You're right, you're driving.
Isn't
so
that
what's
the
the third
situation?
thing?
Yeah. Asleep in the back.
Asleep in the back. Wait, let's do it. Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, let's see who we got. This is fun. I like this. It's brilliant.
And like, even though I'm driving, I can at any point delegate a new driver because like you gotta have like another person.
Okay, so your first person, Alec Fell.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like he'd be like a good stunt driver. Not that he's driving, but like you get it.
Jenna Devlin.
Okay.
And finally, Oxnack's Map. Oh. Emily Griffin.
Oh, Emily Griffin. Okay. Oh, Alec is on music, Jenna's on snacks. Emily can go sit in the back, play on her DS. Like, you know.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not putting Emily in charge of the music, that's for sure.
For sure. No, thank you. Professor
Hotchkiss, this one's for you.
Yeah. Love it.
Chillin'.
Wait, is it actually the sound?
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
So, oh, you can just get these things made.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I'm not like condoning doing this per se, and like you should never sell these kinds of things because there's like a whole bunch of legal issues that can come up with that.
Yeah.
But you can just like get records made of things. And so if you want the Creepy's Corner audio, you can do that. And like if you want the rest of the soundtrack, like you can do that. And I may or may not have a YouTube video on my channel, one of like the 5 videos I have on there, about how to do it yourself.
That is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Just a reminder, if you want like her interactive merch, but they're not selling it, you can just make it yourself.
That's what I do.
Like, learn a new skill. Like, it's not that hard.
I know. Literally. That's literally what my whole shop is based on.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I know. I said, you know what I want? I want the recipe box from Shadow Ranch. And you know what I do? I make those. Love it.
If you want it, just make it.
Literally. I
like,
know.
people out there have, like, raid sets. Like, I think that's so cool. But, yeah. Like,
that's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most recent thing that I did, let's see if I have it on the desk. Hold on. I'm really proud of it. Where did it go? Oh, wait, it's over here. Oh my god,
so
I lost it.
This is probably a good time to tell you this.
What?
I can't actually see you.
What, seriously?
You're like frozen on the stream like thing.
Really?
So like, yeah. Like I can see you on YouTube, but there's a delay.
Oh my gosh, that
I'm
is
so
so
sorry.
crazy. I have no idea how to fix that. And
Me
also...
neither, and that's why I didn't want to bring it up, because like, you know, you start messing with things and then everything breaks.
I know, well, I don't want to break things. Oh, I see it.
So if you hold it up to the camera, I'll see it like 10 seconds later on YouTube. But
it's more like 30 seconds. YouTube has a hella delay for me, and I don't know how to fix it. So it's like a 30-second delay. But anyway,
yeah.
I just made these constellation match cards.
Oh yeah, I saw those on your Instagram. They look so good.
I am so pleased. I think they're so much fun. So I even like the back. I did the back too. So like there's like Cassiopeia and like all the other constellations, and I was just like so pleased. It's just so fun, you know, you guys.
You can make things yourself.
Just make it. Just make it.
It looks so good.
Just make it, because also, you know what, here's another one that I wanted, that I made myself, is the box from the final scene with Alphonse Mucha's The Zodiac on it.
Cool.
Made it.
Yeah. I'd love to like learn to make puzzle boxes, like, and like, you know, like properly like recreate some of the puzzles from the games, but like it's a little bit above my skill level at the moment.
Yeah, it's above my skill level too. I'm trying to figure out right now how to make the Dodo box from Danger by Design. And I've actually had people request that. And I just don't know how to make it yet. So,
yeah.
That's, like, something I would love to do, though. Because to check if the Blackmore Manor box is still in stock. I have, I believe, 4 left in stock. So, literally, guys, anybody watching, if you want it, get it now. Because it's probably not going to last through the night. I'm not kidding. So, sorry. I did a really limited run just to kind of feel things out, test the waters, how this was going, and it's going real well. So
yeah,
you guys want one? Maybe.
It looks so good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually sold one to a girl in Australia, and I was talking to some friends, and they were like, "Oh, was it Charity? I bet it's Charity." And I was like, there are other people who live in Australia, you know?
Pretty sure that we have a population of 1.
It's just you there holding down the fort.
Yeah, it's just me. Big old country. Lots of spiders.
Just you and some kangaroos.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The investment is worth it? Oh, yes, it is. Dodo box for my letters would be amazing. I know. I'm saying I want to do it. I just don't know. I just feel like it's a little above my personal skill level to, like, take a scroll saw and, like, do kinds of stuff, you know? So maybe if I got my husband in on it, then he could help me with, like, the actual construction of it, but it would have to be expensive, I'm not gonna lie, because, like, the boxes that I make, the recipe boxes that I make, they're already made boxes. I don't make the boxes, I just hand paint everything, and all the recipe cards are handwritten, but, like, I didn't do any hammer nailing gluing. So to do the Dodo box, I think I'd have to do a bit more actual, like, construction. So maybe in the future, if I can figure it out. If anybody has any ideas for me, let me know, and I'll do it. I'll hand paint it too. Like, it'll be great. But yeah, anyway, we're
so yes, I am the only human left after the emu war.
Oh my word. Okay, so
we did lose that war to the emus.
Like, we're just chatting and having a great time tonight and forgetting about questions.
Look, I don't have a time limit. I mean, I have to be somewhere at like 4 p.m, but that's like 5 hours away. So we want to be on for the next 5 hours.
I mean, I did a 3-hour stream with Carter last week, so 6-hour stream. Here we go. No, literally. So actually, my video when I edited it from last week, the 3-hour one, for some reason the video got doubled, and it was put on YouTube originally as a 6-hour video, and I was like, oh no. I know I didn't go that long. I would have noticed if I'd gone that long.
It's just so, like, strange how things break like that every now and then, and it's like, what's the explanation?
Listen, I don't know. I literally don't know. And it happens to me way too often.
Yeah.
There's always something going wrong on my streams. Okay.
It's just part of life.
I know. But I don't want it to be. I want everything to be perfect.
Wouldn't that be nice?
If only. Oh, I found it. Okay. Are the Nancy Drew books or games commonly well known in the land down under?
That's actually a very good question. So I feel like people knew about them when I was a kid, and now if I ever talk to people about Nancy Drew, anything beyond the 2007 movie is, like, non-existent.
Wow.
Yeah, and, like, this is even talking to people in, like, libraries where we have books. Granted, we don't have, like, tons of the books, just because of, like, weeding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, they're not super well known at all, which I think is really strange because, like, obviously for me, she's been, like, such a big part of my life for so long.
Yeah.
And, like, to have people not even have, like, a cultural awareness of one of the best, like, women characters of the past 100 years.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So
yeah.
how did you come across Nancy Drew?
So my mum read the books when she was younger. She has a stash of them. And so did like my aunts on that side of the family as well. So they were all big into Nancy Drew, Dana Girls, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then my sister, one of her friends in primary school, had the games. So they would hang out and they would play the games together.
Mhm.
And then my sister eventually introduced me to the games.
Yeah.
And that's when the whole thing kind of kicked off. Because
Nice.
I was already really into like spy media and like stuff like that. Like I said, I love Spy Kids.
Yeah.
So just kind of kicked off from there, and started playing the game, started reading the books, and then started watching like the old TV shows and stuff like that. So
like the one from the 70s.
Oh, I love that one so much.
I love it so much.
It's so good. If you're here and you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it because it's the best adaptation.
Perfection. It's
that and like the
perfection.
2002 movie, like so good.
It's
so
good. I love the Hardy Boys.
I'm like a massive Sean Cassidy fan. Like he was in my Spotify Wrapped. Like,
I love that.
That kind of big, yeah. Like, and Parker Stevenson obviously fantastic. The hair,
so good.
Like if you haven't seen it, you seriously need to, especially if you're a Francie shipper, because lots of
oh
Francie.
my gosh,
you can watch it on YouTube.
Francie shippers, like, buckle up.
Yeah, you are not ready. Also, if you're into Joe and Bess,
yes,
because they're kind of
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, I want to watch it again.
You should. I have all 3 seasons on DVD because
my mom has them. I just need to borrow them. She has them.
Yeah.
So like obviously my mom was like a teenager in the 70s, so she was like watching them live, you know. And
so was my mom.
Like celebrity crush was Parker Stevenson. So then like me and my sister come around and she's like, oh guys, I'm going to show you a show with my celebrity crush from when I was a kid, and we were like, oh, all right. And it was so good. It was so good. Oh my gosh.
So good.
So good. Like, just think like one day I'm gonna be showing my kids the media that had like my celebrity crushes. Like, it's gonna be like, here guys, this is Big Time Rush,
And they'll be like, what is this? And it's gonna be funny because there's probably gonna be something out like it for the new generation, just like how Big Time Rush was a ripoff of, I say ripoff lovingly, of the Monkees, like their TV show. Yeah,
which my mom also loved.
Yeah, and like history repeats itself. So good.
Yeah, so they're gonna have like the whales or something like that in 2047, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm making myself way older. That it's not gonna be 2047. It's gonna be like 2035.
Yeah.
So my gosh. Okay. Moving on, but watch the 70s Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys shows. So good. What's your musical background and training? We've heard about what you play, but what's your background?
So, I started playing piano when I was 6. Same kind of time that I got into Nancy Drew, funnily enough. And then I studied piano, like AMEB, piano for leisure, if anyone knows what that is. It's the syllabus. So I studied that through to the end of grade 7, like piano grade 7. So that was like high school grade 10.
Yeah.
And then senior schooling, like it gets a bit much, so I had to stop studying piano because it was like hours of practice every night, and it was just not manageable.
That's intense.
So AMEB, it goes up to grade 8, and then you do your certificates. But people really don't go past the first certificate.
Okay.
So like grade 7's pretty high.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back and do my grade 8 and my AMUS, but like it's time and money.
Understood.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, always loved music, and yeah, I guess that's all the like formal training that I have. Yeah, and then I started making sheet music back in 2020.
Yeah, and we're all pretty familiar with that.
It's nice.
I love that. So what's been one of the hardest Nancy Drew tracks to transcribe for piano?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Common from Secret of the Old Clock.
Oh, really?
That one was really tough. I worked on that one for probably about a year and a half.
Oh my god.
And like when I say I worked on it for a year and a half, like obviously, you know, it wasn't 24/7.
Right, yeah.
But you know,
Still.
you have the document there, you open it up like every week or so.
Yeah.
And you look at it and you go, oh, what am I meant to do with this? And like even like sitting down at the piano to try and like nut something out, like it was just such a mess. Because like finding notes isn't the hard part of transcribing. Like, you know, obviously it might take a few guesses to get the right notes and whatnot, but for me it's more about structure, because I'm condensing this big like multiple instrument, like often there's some percussion in there, like orchestral kind of sound, into two hands piano.
Yeah.
And like it's just not a whole lot to work with. And so like sometimes you can do like multiple parts in the one hand and like, you know, work that out, but it's a bit tough.
Yeah.
That's the hard part of it.
What's your process? Because like as somebody who knows nothing about this, I don't even know where to start with that. Like what's your process for making this happen? From going from nothing to something amazing. Like how do you do it?
Well, I actually prefer to start not at the piano. I feel like when I start at the piano, I get kind of lost. Because, you know, your brain is over here playing the piano and it's not necessarily focusing on what exact notes you're playing at one point. So I start, like, I get my laptop open. I'm usually like laying in bed at the time because that's just how I work.
Yeah.
and yeah, open up MuseScore, open up, you know, the song, whatever song I'm tackling, whether that's on iTunes or on YouTube. Like I kind of switch between sources for things, and I switch between different like speakers as well. So like laptop speakers, phone speakers, like Bluetooth speaker, like because you kind of can pick different things from the different audio sources.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so usually I start with like writing out the melody into MuseScore, and you know, getting the rhythms down and that kind of thing, and then I go and I listen to the left hand, like the bass of it. But then like oftentimes I have to change the bass part completely, like the backing part, because when you condense it down, it doesn't sound quite right. So that's usually when I go to the piano and I play around a little bit, and then, you know, you get it to sound right, and then you have to really slow it down and like try to know what you're doing, entering it into the computer, and it's a whole thing.
Oh my word.
And then usually by the time that I've got everything written out properly, I'm sick of the piece a little bit. Like obviously not like completely sick of it, but it's like I don't want to work on this anymore.
Yeah.
So I neaten everything up. I add my key signatures and like all my formatting that I do, and that's why I never put any dynamics into my scores, because by the time I get to doing dynamics, I'm just like done.
Yeah.
And then I put it. Yeah. Wow,
that's incredible. And what Maggie said in the chat is so true. Composition stuff always sounds like sorcery to non-music people, and that's literally what it sounds like to me. Like I know absolutely nothing. So hearing this, I'm like, you're so talented.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not quite sorcery. It's a lot of mathematics.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you're doing a lot of counting.
Yeah.
And then like understanding of music theory and how songs are kind of structured is very helpful.
Yeah. That's still intense. I just am very impressed.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so
I'm very proud of myself for it.
Good. I'm glad. You should be. You should be.
Yeah.
That is incredible. You're gonna like this question. What's your favorite obscure instrument?
Ooh. Like how obscure are we talking? Like
I don't know. Whatever you like.
I'm gonna go with an electronic instrument. It's called the MIDI fighter.
Okay.
It's if if you know who Sean Wasabi is, which no one probably does, it's this it's a little bit like, you know those like boards and it's got all the squares on it and you tap it and it like makes the different drum noises. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
But it's exactly like that. But I don't even know how to like describe it. Like the way that you can set this thing up, you can do really cool stuff with it.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd love to get my hands on one of those one day. But
that's cool.
I've got where is it? It's kind of like this. I'm very bad at using this, but kind of like this.
Wow, that looks like a Nancy Drew puzzle.
Better. Well, like, you know, you just put some zodiac symbols on it and attach a box to the bottom.
Yeah.
There we go. Secret Sim Kill remastered.
There you go. I love it. Oh my goodness. Professor Hotchkiss saying the didgeridoo.
You won't catch me playing that one.
Oh my word, but it's your culture.
Theremin. Yeah, women aren't allowed. Well, okay, it's not my culture. I'm like really white, so like full disclaimer for that one. But also, women aren't allowed to play the didgeridoo. Don't know if that's like common knowledge for
I did not know that.
Oh, okay. So it's like a cultural thing. Like there are like men are allowed to play some instruments and women are allowed to play others, but often there's like separation in that. And it's I've heard that, and I haven't done like research into this or anything, but I've heard that the way that you have to breathe with the didgeridoo can cause fertility issues. So like how random is that? Like
what on earth?
Yeah. So like, you know, down the track, like they must have worked this out. And that's why only men are allowed to play the didgeridoo.
Wow. So I learned something crazy insane just now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not just sexist.
Yes. That is the most sexist instrument I've ever heard of. So this is so funny. So now I wish I had paid attention when my library has a lot of events, and there was an event for children a couple months ago called Didgeridoo Down Under, and an Australian man came with his didgeridoo, and he also brought some like animals as well and talked about like Australia. And honestly, I just didn't pay enough attention because I'm chasing a toddler around a library.
Yeah.
And now I wish I had.
Well, knowing libraries, they'll probably have one in another year, so you can go to it next year.
Yeah, probably. That's so true. Oh my gosh, I love Jetpack's comment, by the way. She says, wow, so a didgeridoo.
Maggie, about the circular breathing and flute plays and stuff, I think it's like the volume of air that you have to put into it. I think that is like a lot different to flute. It's not about the circular breathing, it's about the like effort that you have to put in. I think. I haven't done like any digging into this, because it really doesn't affect my everyday life. Like I'm never gonna play the didgeridoo anyway, so
you don't need to. You're not allowed to.
Yeah.
Oh my word, I've learned so much tonight. I love this. Okay, so speaking of Australia, if there was a future Nancy Drew game and it was set in Australia, what history, culture, locations, whatever would you like to see in the game?
So, I'm not a big fan of the idea of Nancy coming to Australia. I'm so sorry. I know that you guys are all like, oh my gosh, Australia. Yeah, I don't know if I trust any games company that's not in Australia to make an Australian game.
I can see that.
I think I think like Animal Hospital could work, or like zoo kind of situation, which like funnily enough kind of harkens back to a YouTube series that Her Interactions did back in like 2010. Nancy Drew meets H2O Mermaids. I would like that. Yes. Mysteries on Mako Island. Morgan's with it.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole terror in the outback kind of situation, which was this is like something that one of the Her Interactive interns like tormented people with back in 2009, I think it was, 2008, that Terror in the Outback would be the new Nancy Drew game or the new Hardy Boys DS game. Just a fun bit of her interactive history there. And like it had no basis or anything, but yeah, the intern then was like all about it. And I don't know, I think there's things that you could do with it, but I'm just not really a huge fan of the idea of it.
Nancy goes to the Australia Zoo and meets the Irwins.
Oh my gosh. I would, if we could get Robert Owen on the phone, like, and Bindi, of course.
I love him
yeah.
so much.
Yeah, they're just so fun.
I know. Oh, my favorite people. Okay, guess what it's time for?
Oh my gosh, what could it possibly be time for?
Oh my gosh, could it possibly be time for FMK? I don't know.
No way. Let's go. How about we switch to the Just Guys now? I don't know.
Bet. I'm so down for that.
Well, Morgan, on the Nancy Saves a Koala kind of situation, in this particular YouTube series that her interactive did, Nancy had something stolen by a koala. That's actually a spoiler. I'm sorry. But
it's fine.
It doesn't matter because Lani Minella can't pronounce Port Macquarie, so I don't care. Port Macquarie?
Okay, so Gray Courtright.
Okay.
Starting off strong. If Robert cameos have done. I love him, I know. Okay, Tex Britton.
Okay.
It's a good one. He's a popular one on this wheel. He's always popping up.
He's husband material.
He sure is. Oh, and Matt Simmons.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh man, can I fight two people?
No.
I want to fight Matt because he really deserves it. I don't necessarily want to kiss Gray, but I'll do it. And then marry Tex, obviously.
Tex is always the one who is married. Like, anytime that Tex shows up, people marry Tex.
Look, I think that he really proved himself with Mary, like that he was a decent guy, so.
Yeah, I think he is very sweet. You can give the kiss of death. Oh my word, Hotchkiss.
Yeah, okay. Keen for it.
Moving on.
We'll kiss Matt then.
Oh my word. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, we're on the last page. Okay.
Ooh.
If you were asked to, would you be a composer for the Nancy Drew games?
That's a really big task, and I don't know if I would be up to it, but I would say yes. I think, it's too big of a good of an opportunity to pass up.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have favorite games to play besides the Nancy Drew games?
So I don't really play that many games actually. I feel like putting my Instagram bio is musician/gamer/detective, and I feel like putting gamer in there is a little bit generous. So games that I play. I used to play a lot of Animal Crossing, which I'm sure that if people have known me since 2020, you would know that. And there's a game that I really like. It's just like an old 90s platformer, but it's called Jazz Jackrabbit 2, specifically, the second one. I love that game so much. It's not even anything really all that special, but it has the best soundtrack and the best vibes, and it's just so much fun, and I love playing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
I don't know.
That's fun. I've noticed that there are two kinds of Nancy Drew fans, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There is either the kind of Nancy Drew fan who is a gamer, who plays all the games. And then there's the kind of Nancy Drew game who just plays Nancy Drew games. And that's it. And they're a gamer. Yeah. But for specifically Nancy Drew.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I do play other games, just like not religiously like I do with Nancy. Like I also play Age of Empires. Like my sisters and I, we all get online at the same time and do like a campaign together and stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah. I don't know, like there's other stuff. It's just like not significant enough that it's coming to mind.
Oh my word, Morgan.
Oh,
you're right. Sonic Adventure Battle 2 has the best soundtrack, and that was my favorite game. Specifically City Escape. Yes, girl, we are the same. I love that game so much. I actually bought it so that I can stream it. So join me for adopting some chows in the future. All right.
I will also say other games that I play a lot of Just Dance.
Oh, really? Oh, I love that.
I love Just Dance so much. So yeah.
Do you have like a song that's like your go-to?
Ooh, I really like Swish Swish by Katy Perry.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. It's like one of the, like, when I say newer, like it's still like 7 years old, but like
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like you've sort of answered this already tonight, but who do you think is better for Nancy, Frank or Ned?
I'm actually a Ned shipper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like Ned. See, when I think of Ned and Nancy, I think of them as like Barbie and Ken, like Life in the Dreamhouse era.
Yeah.
Barbie and Ken. And I really like that. I like to see. Look, the Barbie movie was great, and I loved it, and like top tier film, top tier film. But like Ned would never act like that.
No, Ned would never.
Like that's a different Barbie and Ken to the Ned and Nancy Barbie and Ken, like the parallels.
It's like they just belong together.
Yeah.
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 No.
And like I love to see a man who's supporting a strong, independent woman. Like, yeah. And you don't get like tons of media that's like that, unfortunately. And so I think, like, especially Ned in the earlier games before he kind of flipped out in Captive Curse.
You're talking about like Stay Tuned for Danger, when he's like, oh, hey Nancy, I love you, and she's like, I love you too, bye.
I just want to give them a big hug.
I know.
I want to be at their wedding. Like, I want them to be together forever.
Same.
And yeah. That being said, I do love like Frank in every form, including when he's with Nancy. But like, I don't know. Like for Nancy, I like Ned.
Yeah.
But I very much respect the Francie shippers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I just feel like Nancy and Frank could not be, because they are too similar. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I have noticed from personal experience and from seeing everyone else in life that if you're too similar, it doesn't work that great. So I love for Nancy to have a really supportive, steady guy who's just always going to be there for her.
Steady back home.
Yes, her steady back home. Dave. My word. Okay. So what do you think the plot of the case of the missing clue will be?
I have no idea.
Do you think that that's real?
If only the trademark filings would give us more. I think it's real. That being said, like, obviously they knew that we knew about History of the Seven Keys. Yeah. So I don't know why they... And, like, they don't even have to trademark things. Like, that's the weird thing.
I know. Like, I'm still not convinced that that's not some sort of like clue that they've given us for something for the current
But it's
game.
a missing clue, so how are we meant to find it?
I don't know. I just literally don't know. I hate the name. And I think that if that is the name of their next game, then we are going in a direction that I'm not sure I want to go. Maybe it's gonna be like a Codes and Clues sequel or something.
So, educated guess, given the wording of the trademark filing, is that it's not Codes and Clues kind of thing. Like, it's a PC game, like, yeah. I don't think it's gonna be... I think Codes and Clues is a bit dead in the water. Oh no.
Man, I was really, really, really hoping.
So sorry.
with a silly name like that, I was like, they can't be serious.
Yeah. Like, it didn't have to have the best plot of all time to overcome a name like that.
I know. Morgan has a theory, and Morgan, if you would like to type that out for us, that would be greatly appreciated. Yeah. In the meanwhile, we will go on to the next question, and we'll come back to your comment when you're ready. Could it be a dossier? Oh, that would be interesting. It better be a DLC
we would have more
add-on
clues.
For the 7 keys. That would be so great.
We'd have more to go off if it was a dossier, just in terms of legal filings. So, not yet. It's not a dossier.
Did you like the dossiers?
Yes.
I love them.
In a big way.
Yeah. I love them. I really, really wish they hadn't stopped making them.
Yeah. It's such a shame, the whole situation. Yeah, like, just heartbreaking stuff.
I know. Especially after we got the trailer for Ship of Shadows. And then we never got it.
Yeah.
It haunts me. Morgan, I know you've told me, but have you told everyone? It's pretty. Let's see it.
And you won't be seeing the inside because secrets are not ready to be shared yet. But
love it.
Yeah, we got lots of her interactive stickers that I made myself when I had COVID like 2 years ago. I couldn't do anything else.
It.
Yeah.
Absolutely stellar.
Yeah. Lots of sticky notes, a lot of small text.
Oh, look, all of those secrets.
An index.
Okay, so Morgan's theory.
Yes.
It's that Sunny hosts a murder mystery, but he loses the final clue, so the mystery can't be solved, and he holds everyone hostage until they can find it and finish. Missing clue. Shattered
Medallion Part 2.
I love it. It just reminds me of her theory reminds me of the YouTube series Edgar Allan Poe's murder mystery / dinner party for friends potluck. Are you familiar?
Oh, I haven't seen that, but I'm going to need to.
Well, it's wonderful.
Like Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah, so look up Shipwrecked Comedy. It's the channel, and it's a group of wonderful people who do wonderful things. And basically the plot is Edgar Allan Poe brings all of his fellow author friends together for a murder mystery dinner party / gala for friends potluck. And it's not historically accurate at all because, like, so many people are there that were not alive in that time. So it was great.
I can excuse it as long as it's a fun time.
So it's really, really good. Really good. Highly recommend that everybody here watches it. If you haven't, it's a perfect, like, October spooky watch. So
excellent.
It's not like scary or anything. It's just like fun, spoopy fun. All right. Anyway, how many of the Nancy Drew Game 34 clues have you tried to solve alone?
Ooh, not that many actually. So I am usually either asleep or awake at 4 a.m. or at work when they are being dropped. So, like, in terms of time zones, if you, like, split the day into thirds, like, a third of the day is, like, work hours, a third of the day is, like, nighttime, evening, chill time, and a third of the day is sleep.
Yeah.
So when you guys are awake, I'm either asleep or at work. And then when I finish work, everyone goes to bed.
Yeah.
And so, like, Her Interactive and I were never on the same schedule. When they were releasing things at midnight, that was great for me because midnight Pacific time is like 5 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
And so that was great. So I've only solved a couple of them myself. And like, you know, I could go back and solve them, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really, really appreciate the effort and like everything that they're putting into like the clues and the mysteries and all that in the lead up. It's just not very convenient for me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, if you're still here, we love you so much. Oh my word.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, seriously. Also, I just want to point out Professor Hotchkiss's comment from a little while ago. Charity's notebook is so big because it's full of secrets.
It is full of some secrets. Like, yeah.
Love it.
Part of, yeah, like I don't want to like talk too much on the contents of the notebook because a lot of it is part of like a much bigger story.
That's fine.
Like you would not believe the stuff that I have found. But yeah, like I need to work out a way to kind of present it that does the whole situation justice and also doesn't get anyone in trouble. Because, you know, people have signed NDAs and I'm not saying that they didn't stick to them as such. And well, like, I don't know what's in the NDA, so I really don't know, but...
That is so fun. Oh my word. So, you realize that, that, like, this just, like, stokes a fire of curiosity inside of me. Like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my word.
I have, like, one, like, tiny little snippet, if you want to hear it.
Yes!
This is not, like... so, like, a lot of the stuff that I'm like uncovering per se is just stuff like on like the whole old Her Interactive like website and like old blogs and that kind of thing. So it's not like a secret, it's just that it's been so long that it's so buried and no one's ever heard of it. And so you guys may or may not be aware of this. I know that like some people know this. Minette's real name is Tammy. Okay?
Oh.
Do you guys know that?
I didn't know that.
And she's originally from Texas. And here is a letter that Minette's mother wrote to her. Honey, when are you coming back to Lubbock? Jimmy Joe has been asking about you. He's a real fine-looking man who needs a wife. He runs the local well-mark shop and is real well-doing. He even has one of those lawnmowers you sets in. He even lets Joey Jason Hunter set in it. Well, I'm sure you have a lot of sophisticated things to eat and say over there. You call me Tammy. All right. We haven't heard upsides of anything about you. Take care. Mummy Louise.
Oh my word!
So, now you know, Minette may or may not be escaping an arranged marriage.
So
to Jimmy
that's
Joe.
why she donned that mask. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Which makes the one night stand with Sunny all the more scandalous.
Literally. Oh my word. I love this.
Yeah.
I love
So that's
this.
a little gem from 2006.
Thank you very much. That was so great. I've never seen that. But probably because I was a child in 2006. So, like, I was literally 10.
I mean, I used to read the Dare to Play blog all the time, like, when I was a kid. That's where it's from, Dare to Play blog.
Truly, I had dial-up internet at that point still, so I was doing nothing.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
I've been very active on the internet since I was, like, quite young. My sister told me a story recently about, apparently when I was, like, 5 years old, my parents found out that I was talking to people on a My Little Pony chat room. And they were like, well, this isn't okay. Like, there's no internet safety. Yeah, so they had to, like, get me to stop doing that, but I have no recollection of even doing that, so...
Oh my word, that is so funny. Yeah, it was a lot harder for me to, like, use the internet when I was a kid, just because, like, I mean, for those of you who aren't familiar, with dial-up internet, if you're online, you can't use the phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So... using the internet in my house when I was a child was rare and was mostly done by my parents. So, on our little Windows 98 at first when I was a kid, and then
so good.
you know, like later on we got like desktop computers that were like a little more sophisticated with like, you know, Windows XP or whatever it was. I forget the levels that it goes, but I didn't really start using the internet until I was like an actual teenager. I mean like 13, 14. So I missed out on a lot of fun that happened with like Her Interactive or like unfortunately I did sort of miss out on the fun that was things like Club Penguin, you know, stuff like that. Just because like, I mean, we lived in the middle of nowhere. Like the internet was not a thing. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I remember reading like a lot of Her Interactive stuff while I was at school, so like the dial-up thing wasn't really a problem there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Nice, very nice. All right, so hi. You wanna say hi?
I learned something really interesting tonight.
What?
The internet needs to know this.
What?
Do you know where the term uppercase and lowercase comes from?
What about it?
In the days of the printing press, there were 2 cases with all the letters in it.
Yeah.
Uppercase was in the upper case.
Yeah.
And the lowercase letters were in the lower case.
Yeah. I feel like I learned that in typography class.
Yeah, because you nerd.
Because I was a graphic design student.
Hi, internet. I've been listening to podcasts all day, and that's probably the lightest and most fun thing I could tell you.
Did you know that only men are allowed to play the didgeridoo?
That makes sense.
Why?
It's some weird tribal custom, and I'm going to assume it's some very old school thing where women are viewed as baby carriages, and that's about it.
So no!
Did I just get you canceled?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. No, it's just funny that's what your mind immediately goes to.
Why is it then, Sue?
Apparently, playing the didgeridoo causes infertility.
Okay.
I know, I learned that too.
Does your Australian fan have a fun fact for us, since we're in the sharing mode right now?
I don't know any more fun facts. Give me a fun fact about America, like.
Oh, what would you like to say?
We're all fat and lazy. Every single stereotype and TV depiction of us in other countries is completely true.
That hurts.
Am I wrong?
No, but it hurts.
You want to know a really funny thing? I took French in 8th grade, and at the end of the year, my teacher showed us like a French like animated movie, probably their version of like Disney or something. And
they have Disney too.
The characters go to this parody of America. The Statue of Liberty is a fat lady holding a hamburger. That is what the French think of us. Anyway, speaking of which, I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, we have a couple more questions. Okay, so Morgan says, I saw you compare the Code Puppy to ISIS. Where does Lilo fall into this ranking?
Okay, so Code Puppy, like on the floor, like
in the basement.
It's Codes and Clues. You know, we don't really need to talk about it.
I never played
ISIS. Look, you're really not missing all that much. Like,
no.
Really not. Watch like Q's playthrough on YouTube if you really want to know. But
yeah,
I'm so sorry. I know that Kalina's in the chat. I'm so sorry.
We love you, Kalina.
We love you, Kalina. It's not your fault that you had to be part of Conclusion. And yeah, so Code Puppy down on the floor, out the door, whatever. ISIS, Lilo.
Oh,
like the tiniest bit above.
There you
That's
go.
just because I really like Pomeranians, though. So
yes, same.
Yeah,
literally the best.
And then I have a question for Morgan. Is Morgan still in the chat?
I believe so.
Anyway, whether Morgan, if you're not here, then like I'll ask you this later. But have you played Resorting to Danger? because it's important for you to play it if
That's
you
a
have it.
great question. Actually, somebody brought that up to me, like, not long ago, and I don't remember who, but somebody who, like, knows that I'm friends with Morgan and, like, knows about Lilo was like, does she... Yeah, it's all the brownies. Sorry. She was like, I think it was my sister maybe, she was like, does she realize that her dog is literally Mr. Mingles?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like in terms of like, here's Lilo and here's Isis, like Mr. Mingles is just like here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm sorry, Kalina. We love you. Okay, so
yeah, we do. I'm so sorry.
If you had to redesign,
good. She wasn't here for it.
we are just talking about how much we love you. That's all.
Yeah, and that's all. That's all that you need to take away. Yeah,
that's all that's been happening here. It's just been a little Kalina love fest. Okay, if you had to redesign just one character, who would it be?
Ooh. Lila Yadav.
Really?
Bug eyes. Bug eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She's terrifying. Have you ever actually like looked at her?
Oh yes, I have.
Terrifying. And I know that we said one character. Georgian Ransom of the Seven Ships. Bug eyes and giant hands.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
Yeah. A little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She totally missed what we said.
I'm so glad.
She's probably gonna like just rewind and find out though.
And look, she is well within her rights to do it. But Kalina, if you choose not to, that's fine. None of the distaste in my mouth about Codes and Clues is your fault. So
right. Yes, second that. Okay. So, which Nancy Drew game would you like to write the music for?
Ooh. The problem is I don't feel like I could have done a better job.
I know.
Like than the existing composers.
The music is perfect.
The music is so perfect. Like even the ones that I don't like that much still really works.
Yeah.
So if it was like blank slate, no comparisons, just picking a favorite topic. Did
you see
in the chat? Kalina doesn't like Codes and Clues. We got it here first, folks. It's only been how many years since it released? Like
I don't even know. Now that I don't work that, I can say my opinion.
Kalina, I'm so happy for you that you left and you get to be like this.
Oh, we stand Kalina here.
Yeah. I would rewrite the music for Codes and Clues because they use literally like stock, like royalty-free sound for a lot of it.
Oh,
and
my word.
The theme songs for it like haunt my nightmares. Like they're so bad.
I'm not regretting my choice to not play it.
Like I would suggest that you go torture yourself with like the promo videos, but like I don't know if you should do that. Like the original theme song was bad, and then they like held a contest at some like college that has a good music program, I guess, and like they had a little contest there for someone to, you know, write the new theme song. And that one's not great either, and like I'm biased on that one. So I'm a huge Eurovision fan.
Yeah.
Which is like a big song contest in Europe for the Americans that don't know. And the Codes and Clues theme song sounds like borderline a little bit too identical to a song about sending images over the internet to people. San Marino 2012, I believe. Yeah, it's called the Social Network song. And they sound a little bit too similar for my liking, especially that one is very much about adult content and one is very much about children's content. So,
yikes! Big yikes!
Yeah, big yikes. Again, definitely not an intentional choice.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What Nancy Drew game would you like to write the music for?
Okay. I'm gonna go with Silent Spy. I think Silent Spy is really fun, and the music for that game is like completely perfect.
Yeah,
as is, like completely perfect. But like, it wouldn't be as good if I wrote it. But you know, let's give it a shot.
but you gotta try. So
Yeah.
what is your most watched movie?
Most watched movie. Big Fat Liar, maybe, like the Frankie Muniz, Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes movie.
Yeah.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies, like top 2 kind of favorite movie.
Ooh.
I just love it so much.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. High Society, 1956, starring Grace Kelly, Frank Sinatra, and Bing Crosby.
There you go. Wow, what a difference
Polar opposites.
between those two movies.
Yeah, that's why you gotta have 2 favorites, because they're both so different. Like,
yes,
yeah.
I need to ask everybody this because it's so fun to like learn about people and what their favorite movies are. You can always it's just always so telling.
Yeah.
I love that.
I just like to have fun. That's all that you can learn from that.
Yeah,
from me.
I love that. Oh, I love old movies too. Oh, they're so fun.
Yeah, they're so good. So underrated. I feel like there's such like a stigma on watching anything that was made before the 90s. Stigma is probably way too serious of a word to use.
No, but
but
right.
I know so many people that are like, yeah,
it's a thing. It's a thing. But I really love like older movies. I'm a big Audrey Hepburn fan.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many of her movies. I need to there's so many movies from like the 50s kind of era that I need to watch. But I have seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, and that was excellent.
And you know what? As far as her movies go, it's not her best.
I would believe that. Like,
yeah,
usually the most famous one is like not as highly ranking.
Mid-tier, like solid mid-tier. Yeah. And you know, and I love it. I mean, look, she's literally right there. Right there. Have the Breakfast at Tiffany's poster, but like it's so not my favorite. I am not going to venture to say what her best movie is because I think that is subjective.
Oh yeah.
But my personal favorite of hers that I recommend that people watch is I have a few favorites. I love Sabrina. And I love Roman Holiday. Okay, those are such top tier movies.
I know I've seen Sabrina like when I was very young.
Yeah.
Like I remember my mum and my grandma watching it together.
Oh, it's so good.
And, you know, I was just kind of there. But yeah.
So good. Yeah. Also the remake with Harrison Ford. Oh, Be Still My Heart. Because Harrison Ford is like my celebrity crush. But my favorite is How to Steal a Million. Oh, I love How to Steal a Million, Professor Hotchkiss. That's a good one. But my favorite is actually, my gosh, what is it called? It's, oh my gosh, it's the one, you have the same Audrey Hepburn poster? That's great. Oh my gosh, the name of my favorite Audrey Hepburn movie is literally not in my brain right now. This is what happens when I stream. It is Charade.
You and Kalina, like, same brain.
Yes, Kalina.
What an
Charade. So Charade is such a great one because she's the wife of a spy who is like killed, and she has to she didn't know that he was a spy, and then all of a sudden all these people are after her because he left her something, and she has to figure it out, and oh my gosh, it's so great. It's so funny and campy and cheesy and amazing, and it's so good. And there's I always think about this one scene where they're playing this game, and it's a bunch of people, and everyone is have you ever played the game where you have an apple under your chin and you have to pass it without using your hands to the next person? Okay, so they're playing this game, and somebody comes up to her who's one of the bad guys, and he's like, one of these days you're gonna wake up dead. And I'm just I love that line so much. Oh, it's so good. So anyway, that's my favorite one. I love it.
Some people in chat have like got really good answers for like favorite movies. School of Rock, incredible film. I watched that a million times. That's probably my actual most watched. That
So
and The
good.
Pink Panther. Singing in the Rain is incredible. Yeah, like no notes, like so good. Yeah, and those are the only two in the chat that I feel like commenting on. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll have to watch Charade though. Like that sounds really good.
Oh, it's so much fun. I just love it. Two for the Road was good. Yeah, I just, there's just a lot of them, and I'm a bit obsessed with. Oh, wait, My Fair Lady.
Oh yeah,
so good. That was my first one of her movies that I ever watched, actually. So
yeah,
yes. All right, so that was a tangent, but
that's fine.
Yeah, that's funny because that's not like those aren't even my most watched movies. Like I'm just like obsessed with her.
Yeah.
But like as far as movies go, I always like the like 90s to thousands like comfy movies. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So all right. Okay, so you have 2 questions left, and they are both silly, goofy questions. First of all, what's the proper way to make a sandwich, and how do Americans do it wrong?
So this one's from Tori, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Okay, so some context for the people who I didn't talk to yesterday. So basically Ricky was streaming and I had heard on TikTok, because I love TikTok, endless scrolling for days, all about it. And so I had heard on TikTok that apparently Americans don't butter their bread for sandwiches.
No.
Which is a completely normal thing, like completely normal in like Australia and the UK and like, presumably other places. And yeah, so I asked in the chat, like, is this true? Like, do you Americans butter your bread or no? And then we got into this whole big discussion about why would you butter bread? It's so that your bread doesn't go soggy. Like that's why. And then like I was like, but if you make a salad sandwich, and then everyone was like, what's a salad sandwich? And like, what do you mean what's a salad sandwich? It's a sandwich with salad on it.
Like lettuce and tomato and carrot?
Yeah. Like salad ingredients on a sandwich. I know that America has an interesting definition of salad. Believe me, like when I get super bored, this is like pre her interactive cyber stalking. When I would get super bored, I would go on the Wikipedia list of salads page and I'd look for all the American ones and just like get so grossed out by the salad options.
Like what? I'm so curious.
That's a completely normal hobby, right?
Yes.
Let me just find the list of salads page. List of salads, Wikipedia.
I'm so interested in. Okay, so another thing, we butter our bread for grilled cheese.
Okay, like, but that's on the outside.
Yeah.
Right?
And the outside and the inside. You just butter it up. But like what other kind of sandwiches are you putting your butter on? Like, are we talking like deli meat sandwiches?
Yeah. Jam sandwiches. I used to know someone who would do peanut butter and honey. I thought that was a bit strange. But
really, that sounds good.
like it does sound good. But like it's just not the most normal. Like peanut butter and honey, excellent. I want to see my salad sandwich. Okay, I'm not gonna do like a cooking demonstration anytime soon. That's for sure. But yeah, like you just make a salad and you put it on a sandwich and you put the butter on the inside of the bread.
Okay,
so
what is your go-to salad sandwich toppings?
Well, like ideally you've got some like chicken on there, some lettuce, bit of spinach maybe, tomato. I'm not like a huge tomato person, but like I like a little bit of tomato. Some like aioli on there. I love aioli. It's my favorite salad dressing. Carrots pretty good. Cucumbers some days of the week. Apple's not bad either. Celery. Yeah.
On bread.
On bread. This is completely normal. Any Australian would be like, oh yeah, that's an average like Wednesday.
Oh yeah, well that
Yeah.
is not an average Wednesday here. You know, I put salad in a bowl.
Yeah, but then you can also put it on bread.
You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm gonna have a salad sandwich.
Make a salad sandwich. Yeah. And then so like when you butter the inside of the bread, that's like what the conversation boils down to. It's about the butter.
Okay.
When you like spread it, and I'm not saying like lather it on, like you just do like a thin spread.
Yeah.
It stops like the salad dressing and like the moistness. Sorry if you hate that word. It stops like the wet from seeping into the bread. So then you can like make your sandwich for lunch, take it to school, and it's still good.
Okay, so tell me, what kind of bread are you using? Because are you using like a tortilla type of thing, or like
tortilla is not bread.
Like a pita pocket?
I'm talking like white sandwich bread, sourdough, like multi-grain, like. The fact that we have to have this conversation is truly like, it shows the cultural difference in a way that I would have never anticipated. Like, it's not something I would ever think that you guys would do different.
Okay, so tell me what salad you think is so gross that we do. Okay.
So I'm going alphabetically from the list of salads Wikipedia page. Ambrosia salad. Ambrosia salad, disgusting. I know that like you guys have a really loose definition of salad.
Yeah, because when you said salad, I was thinking lettuce, and I totally forgot that we could do like we make salads out of everything. Salad, quote unquote salad. Yeah. Like ambrosia salad. It's not salad.
You would never find an ambrosia salad anywhere in Australia. Anywhere. We don't have Cool Whip. I don't even know what Cool Whip is. Also, someone asked me about my opinions on something, and I read it, and then I forgot, but I just need to find it. What did they ask? And who was it that asked?
Do you want it back?
Okay, Casey. Casey's asking about pavlovas, lamingtons, and fairy bread. All excellent. All top tier. One of my friends is a really picky eater, and so when we have done, like, Friendsgiving in the past, he makes, like, a whole platter of fairy bread, and he brings that as his dish, which I'm not saying I think is a good Thanksgiving food, but that's him.
Oh my word. Also, Colleen is right. Cool Whip is fake whipped cream, and Cool Whip isn't really worth it.
Cookie salad. What's a cookie salad?
I don't know.
Disgusting. Like, it's like this is the photo on Wikipedia.
It's weird.
Ew. Yeah.
Okay, but you know what's good? Is strawberry
pretzel salad. Is Susie gone, or is she talking and I can't hear her? Because I can't see her like image. So hi chat. Talking to you now. Is she gone, or is she?
Who?
Can I just not hear her?
What?
Oh.
Me? Am I gone? What's happening?
I can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you change something?
No.
Did you leave? Or
no.
Because I can't see you at all. So.
Oh my god, no. I can still see and hear you perfectly.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It is fine. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I'm just looking at salads. You know how it be.
Okay, so you can hear me now. Listen.
Yes.
Here's something great. Strawberry pretzel salad.
Are you aware that sounds like absolute insanity? Strawberry pretzel salad.
I am aware, but when I tell you that it's actually good, like, believe me, it's actually good. It's like if you like Jell-O, it's really good.
Jell-O doesn't belong in a salad.
Okay, but here's the thing: it's not a salad. It's basically like a dessert casserole.
Dessert casserole. There's an old Vine that I quote all the time, like around my family, and I, showed my whole family, so we all quote it, and it's like this guy going over to like a white American's house, and they're like, "Would you like some casserole?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm good." And they're like, "Oh, what about something to drink? Would you like some water casserole?" And then like they have the dessert casserole, and it's like a everything casserole situation. Yeah. So when you say dessert casserole, that's all I'm thinking of. I feel like all of the gross salads have disappeared off the Wikipedia page now.
Well,
because I can't find them, and I guarantee that they're there. Like Snickers salad.
I honestly, the things that you're saying, I've never had them or heard of them. So I mean, I've heard of ambrosia salad, but like I've never had it. What even is that?
That's Snickers salad, apparently.
No, thank you.
There's a whole Wikipedia page on it if you're interested in it.
Tori says, "What we have learned here is Americans need to use words more precisely."
Yeah. You can just call things a dish. You don't have to call it a salad.
Right. Also, so Brigella says, "Charity, Susie is the only one who has eaten the strawberry pretzel thing. This is not widespread." And actually, it is, Brigella. This is a big thing, or at least it is over here. I don't know a single person who hasn't had it.
Well, now you've met one.
I've met two, actually.
Yeah, true.
Potato
salad is good.
You know, I'm not a big potato salad person.
I like it warm, I don't like it cold.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Big distinction there.
Big distinction.
I'm like more of a coleslaw than a potato salad person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, little Miss Drew has had it. Yes, I'm telling you, it is a thing. It is a East Coast thing? Maybe? I don't know.
I'd just like to say that I'm concerned about all of you.
It's probably not a Midwest thing or a West Coast thing. Strawberry pretzel squares, same thing.
That sounds a lot more palatable, calling
Squares?
it a square.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, so you put it in like a casserole dish, and then you cut it into squares.
Yeah, but calling it a casserole is also not okay. You can just call it squares.
Okay, so it's strawberry pretzel squares, and it is delicious. It's got like a graham crackery crust with pretzels, and then the inside is like jello, like strawberry jello and actual strawberries, and whipped cream, and it's actually really good.
But do you think that whipped cream belongs in a salad?
So that's the thing, is it's definitely not a salad.
Yeah.
Because like salad for me is like, we've got some romaine, we've got some spinach, you know, like that's a salad. All right, Kalina's just done with this. She has redeemed FMK. But before we do that,
is fair.
We can't leave the sandwich conversation until we have asked this last question here about sandwiches, which is can we make an Earth sandwich?
What on earth does that mean? Sorry, pun unintended.
So basically,
is that like a mud pie?
You take a piece of bread, and I take a piece of bread, and we've made an Earth sandwich.
Like we just put it on the ground, and then because we're on the opposite sides of the world. I will waste a piece of bread if we can make this happen.
Can we make this happen?
Yeah. Do you want me to go grab a piece of bread right now?
Sure.
The Earth sandwich joke.
I gotta go.
Would you like to grab me a piece of bread so I can make this joke?
BRB.
I have to.
Yes, you have to.
Do you want a tortilla? Do you want bread?
I want an actual piece of bread, please.
And then
Thank
you're
you.
gonna eat it.
Sure. Oh my word. Do it. Yes. Oh my gosh. You want a reel? Yes. I'll make a reel from this. I can't believe this is actually happening. Do you want to form an alliance with me? Grab the bread sandwich right now.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, I'm back with my piece of bread.
Niles.
What about him?
And why I keep him out.
Whatever you want.
What do you think?
Whatever you want.
You need to like clip this into just an Instagram like short.
I will, but you're really kind of interrupting right now.
That's
so
the point. You wouldn't do it if I don't remind you.
We have our bread. Okay, how do we do this?
I'm just gonna put it on the ground because, like, what else are we gonna do? Like,
I don't know. So
geographically line it up.
Like.
Like put it on the ground.
Hold on.
You need to like put it somewhere where you guys can see it. Wow. Isn't this the greatest thing you've ever seen on the internet?
There we go. All right.
No butter on the bread. You're killing me.
No butter on the bread. Oh my gosh.
Incredible. Hotch kiss. Wonderful.
This is the greatest thing
since
since
sliced bread. Earth sandwich. You saw it here first.
We broke the internet. We made our Earth sandwich. Mmm.
Yeah.
Tasty. Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
screenshot that? Oh my gosh. Send me that screenshot, Kalina, please. Thank you. Oh my word. Okay. So, that was our Earth sandwich. I'm eating mine now.
I don't trust my carpet that much. So
I shouldn't trust my floor
I'm
that
gonna leave
much.
it on the floor back here. So, you know, half of the sandwich just kind of.
Oh my word, so good. So good. Oh, here. Earth sandwich. Amazing. Alright, so... so anyway, FMK was redeemed, so...
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
Let's do that.
let's do that. Oh, wait. The cats are gonna eat my Earth sandwich, so let me just pick that up.
I don't have any pets, so we're all good.
Oh, perfect. You do have spiders, though.
True. If they do show up, let me know. And I will kill it.
Okay, so your first person is Colin Baxter.
Ooh. Okay. Off to a good start.
Bringing the pain this time. Lou Talbot.
Okay.
Okay, not too bad. Mid
Dinosaur
tier.
boy. Yeah.
And finally, Gunnar Thompson from C, who is
Oh no.
our friend Morgan's favorite guy.
Really?
She loves him.
Or is that sarcastic?
No,
Okay.
she loves him.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to marry Lou. He's
mean,
the
he's cute.
lesser of the three evils.
Yeah.
And then fight Colin, because if I come near him and kiss him, like, he's gonna start stalking me. He's gonna, like, leave poisoned sausages at my door. Like, if you show, like, not even any interest, just, like, if you look at him the wrong way, you know, it's not gonna be good for the business.
Yeah.
So, I think kiss Gunnar, marry Lou, fight Colin. He'll probably still fall in love with me, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Maggie, I'm just gonna say, please send your comments in the chat because I'm sure everyone wants to hear your opinions. So please go for it. Give us all the stuff. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna ask you a few more questions from my head.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's see. What Nancy Drew game is your aesthetic?
So every time I do like a quiz, for, you know, what Nancy Drew game is your aesthetic, I always get one who's Waverly Academy.
Hmm.
And also like whenever like a zodiac thing goes around, I'm a Gemini. So of course I'd still get Waverly Academy, for obvious plot points. Otherwise, I'd probably say like Haunted Carousel, because like it's a little bit like kiddie and fun, but also like a little bit like dark and spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Not to mention the millions of carousel items that I own and may have purchased more of on the internet last night. Someone needs to take my bank card away from me.
Do you see what Maggie is saying in the chat?
So I don't actually know what Cool Whip is. What on earth is Cool Whip?
So Cool Whip is whipped cream in a tub, and it's just like cheap fake whipped cream.
Okay. So I'm not like a big whipped cream girly. But I like what we call mock cream. Sorry. I don't know. Like it just sounds interesting, but not in a good way. Snickers salad, I don't trust it. Again, it's not a salad. Yeah. And like you guys just eat so much mayonnaise. Like, what's up with that? Like we all know how bad. Like we've all played White Wolf of Icicle Creek, right? Like you know how badly eating an excessive ton of mayonnaise can be.
But like if it's still fresh, it's fine.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So you just really just know the date of your mayonnaise, and you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't go through a lot of mayonnaise. I have one for like a year, and then I replace it before it expires.
That's probably a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Some of that like 1994 kind of mayonnaise.
I love that at the same exact time, Casey says mayo is amazing, and Daniela says mayo is gross. So I have
Daniela,
like a hot take.
Me and you.
I actually do like mayonnaise, but not in excess. But like,
but like in a very, very reasonable amount. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like mayonnaise for certain things too. Like for example, my favorite thing is after Thanksgiving when I have leftover turkey, I will just dip leftover turkey in mayonnaise, and I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that for you. Couldn't be me.
It's like my favorite thing. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, Tori says
Everyone's got that
mayo
thing.
may not kill you if it's expired.
But
So good. So good.
What on earth is a Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip is like fake mayo.
Ugh.
It's not worth it.
Why?
Just don't do it. I've been craving a post-Thanksgiving turkey sandwich. Me freaking too. I'm not a Halloween person as much as I'm a Thanksgiving person. Like I love Halloween, but bring me the holidays. So give me the turkey. Thank you very much. Yes. Anyway, you're like, yeah, that's great for you. I love that. It's sweeter than
I don't
mayo.
like turkey, and I'm not huge on mayo, so like it's not really my thing. And also, we don't do like a lot of Thanksgiving here, so.
No, and aren't you guys like a Vegemite type of people?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about
Love
that.
Vegemite. I think it's a little too savory for Americans, and that's why you guys don't like it. And I can't. So I don't want to get into like a big discussion about bread because we've just been in a big discussion about salads and sandwiches, and like it's just too much. But our bread here tastes very different to the bread that you have in the States. Like yours is very sweet compared to ours.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it to you.
Wow.
Other than that. But yeah, like so the Vegemite works really well with like the savory bread. But I think that with an American bread it would be wrong.
Huh.
But yeah, I have a very high Vegemite tolerance. You build up a tolerance over time. I don't really know how to explain it in a way that sounds appetizing.
That's really great for you, Charity. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. Do we have like a cultural Vegemite equivalent? Like, is it spray cheese? Oh god. Listen.
Ugh.
I'm not a spray cheese person. Get the spray cheese away from me. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never had spray cheese, and I'm not really dying to try it.
No, don't. It's not worth it. Just don't do it. Things you don't need to eat. Cool Whip and spray cheese.
Yeah. And Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Yum.
Ugh.
Ew.
Yuck. Also, there is a specific kind of cheese that I just despise, and I believe the correct like term for it is called American cheese. I hate it.
Yeah, we call it plastic cheese over here.
Yeah, and it's disgusting.
And it's like the same thing, yeah.
It's disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Have we done any FMKs? I'm late. We've done plenty of FMKs, but you know what? We've come to the end of our questions, so let's just do one more FMK. And there it is.
Lufistra, do you have like brioche where you are?
Yeah.
Because American bread's kind of like brioche.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love brioche.
Yeah. Well, your regular bread is like our brioche.
Gotcha.
So like,
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So your first guy is Where's
guy.
Ma?
Nancy just torments him.
I know, poor man. Okay, Tino Balducci. It's a good one there. And let's see who else we got. This is a terrible one. I'm so scared. We need to have one good one. Oh my god, Scott Marnell.
Ooh, fight Scott. Hands down. Kiss Tino, marry Pa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That. I don't even know where to start with that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You requested... oh, well, you know what, Kalina? I missed that. So we'll do it again just for Kalina. Here's another FMK. Let's see who we get. What we got here? Okay, Carson Drew. Daddy
Okay.
Golf Ball. Daryl Gray. You were so close to
Okay.
Dave Gregory. My gosh.
Oh, if only.
And finally, Joseph Hughes.
Ooh. Look, I think I have to fight Joseph no matter which Daryl Gray we're talking about. Because, like, you know, usually you have two different, like answers for whichever Daryl.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone
So
always
obviously
asks
I'm
me,
marrying
well,
Carson.
OG or remastered?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely kissing the OG. Remastered, I don't know. I still think he's a safer bet to kiss rather than fight, even with the remaster.
Yeah,
Yeah, fighting
Yeah.
Joseph, marrying Carson.
there you go.
Get that little house in River Heights, all about it.
I know. And get Nancy as a daughter-in-law. Not a daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
As a stepdaughter.
Step. Yep.
Yeah. Love that. Love that.
Mm.
All right. Well, guys, this is the end of I was about to call it FMK. I mean, it was the end of FMK, but this is the end of Spilling the Tea with Susie and Charity. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes.
And Charity, thank you so much for being here. And
Thank you so much, Susie. Like, I can't even, like, thank you enough. Like, this has been so fun, and I've been looking forward to this, you know, in, like, anxious anticipation, of course, for, like, so long now, and, like, it's so good to actually, like, be here and, like, get to talk to my friends and chat, and you, of course, and, like, just thank you so much.
Of course. course. It's been so much fun. I was so excited to, like, finally get to chat with you. Like, I know we've, like, chatted, you know, but, like, I mean, this is, like, I have you for a dedicated, like, 2.5 hours, you know? Like...
Yeah. And, like, we don't often get that kind of time because, again, like, time zones, it's just a bit tricky. But yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any parting words for us?
Thanks. Semper Upi Sabubi, I don't know.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. This is the end. I will see you next time. Please join me on Saturday. I'm going to be streaming a cozy, spooky Halloween game about a little doggy who goes trick-or-treating. And next week is very, very full. You guys, I'm actually going to update you now because the week is going to start and it's going to just, like, hit. So, okay, so next week, I am streaming 3 times 2 Spilling the Teas next week, okay? So, please join me for the much anticipated reschedule of Spilling the Tea with Susie and Kalina on Tuesday, the 17th. Yes. So good. Okay, I'm so excited. And then, of course, I'm streaming another spooky game on Wednesday, and then Regency Love on Friday, as always, and then on Saturday is going to be Spilling the Tea with Emma, who is Colorable Art. It's going to be so good. Okay, so
excited.
It's going to be a very full week, so be sure to join me for that. All right. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for joining, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And if you're on the opposite side of the world, like Charity is, then I hope you have a great day. All right. Bye, everyone.